Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your on channel AC Astro. November 2025. This is like every month, but how this is different from other months because lots of transits, lots of retrogression, lots of direct planet, and the results you will see when Akashji will explain you that how he count this month for all the 12 ascendants. Let's welcome Akashji from Mumbai. Namaskar, Ram Ram Akashji.
Hello, Rohitji, Ram Ram. Thank you so much. Very, very great to see you. Now, as we look at November 2025, let's start with Aries ascendant people because we have to move fast. This is a very so many transit this year that this month it is very crazy. So let's start with Aries. Venus is entering into the sign of Libra after a long time of debilitation. It is coming to the seventh house for all the Aries ascendant people this month and going to make sure that things related to your relationships are now going to be coming into a very, very powerful state. This is a month where all three planets, Jupiter as well as Saturn, who's retrograde. Saturn becomes direct here, but Jupiter gets retrograde, Mercury gets retrograde. So it's a lot of things to take in during this month. Now, as Venus enters into Libra, here it is also the second house lord. So partnerships and money, any kind of wealth, if you're expecting from partnership, may also flourish, may also be a very positive for all the Aries ascendant people. Mercury gets retrograde in the 8th house. Now, this means very clearly that the Lord of communication has become retrograde in the 8th house of research. So, very careful about anything that you are doing related to health, also related to workplace, also because 6th house Lord in the 8th house. Viprit Raj Yoga, on top of that, retrograde. It can be a little bit of challenge period for, you know, for inheritance or sometimes related to debt. Those who are trying to apply for loans, you may face a little bit of difficulty during this time, so we want to be very careful about those things. 8th house Mercury retrograde also gives us a chance to go back to undo the mistakes related to research, development, whatever we want to call it. So that is also one thing that we need to be extra careful about. Jupiter, which is Atichari in movement, now becomes little bit of stationary direct and then stationary retrograde. This is going to happen on 11th of November. So from 18th of October to 11th of November, Jupiter is direct. Now Jupiter is getting retrograde. Between this period only, you must have seen that how beautiful Jupiter is going to give you or giving you results. This was just a trailer of how it is going to be for the next year. Now, Jupiter will enter into the sign of Gemini on 5th of December. Before that, Jupiter in retrograde motion in the 4th house can create a little bit of upheaval in the home atmosphere, in the atmosphere related to your emotional security. That is where the focus is for all the Aries ascendant people during this month. When if you're going to Jupiter Mahadasha Antardasha, whenever it is about any kind of agreement, any kind of a signature, anything to do with property or vehicles, we want to be extra careful and do our research very nicely. Look at the chart. Mercury retrograde, Saturn is retrograde, Jupiter is retrograde. So a lot of retrograde energies there. So also because Jupiter is retrograde, we have to also remember it is the 12th house lord. So expenses related to home, which you were avoiding for a very long time, can suddenly come up. That is one thing that you need to be extra careful about. Surya Dev finally ends its debilitation but enters into the 8th house here. Now, 8th house is not a very great house for a luminary to come in like sun or moon. So here, sun becomes, you have to be extra cautious related to the health of the children, even in education and love life also. 5th house Lord going to the 8th house, which is one way good when it comes to speculative gain. Yes, achanak se, like suddenly speculative gains can come, but also careful about the health of the children. Sometimes in the love area, love life, there can be a little bit of argument or sometimes challenges related to understanding because Mercury is also retrograde with Sun. So we want to be careful. When Sun and Mars are coming together, Angarak Yoga happens. In the 8th house, very driving, very careful. We want to make sure that investments also we are doing in a very careful way. Monetary wise, this is a very great month. But when it comes to certain areas of life like home, like driving, vehicles, these are the areas, government, these are the areas that we need to be extra cautious about. Mercury in retrograde motion will enter into the sign of Libra, into the 7th house. Now here, see, it is sitting with the 7th house Lord. So it gets a lot of strength here, but still it is retrograde. So it can create some challenges in the love life. Now here, you may have to repeat the pattern. You may have to go back do something, your communication, or maybe you have said something in the past, now you have to take it back and then regret. So such kind of things may come. Not a very good time for new partnerships to begin. So it should be avoided at every cost. Venus is in very fast motion. Huh? November 2nd, it enters into the sign of Libra, and November 26th, it will enter into the sign of Scorpio. Now, if you look at Venus here, it's a Maraka, but going one house ahead from itself from the seventh house means gains through partnership. If you're going through Venus, see, everything depends on the Mahadasha Antardasha. Whatever planets I'm talking about, if you're going through that Mahadasha Antardasha, then it is going to make a very big difference. So if not, then in a very slight manner, like out of 100%, will be 10% affected by that planet's movement. So if Venus Mahadasha Antardasha is going, expect gain in partnerships, some very past money that has been stuck may come. Very good for education, very good for research, very good for spirituality, transforming yourself into a better spiritual person. That's how you will be able to see this transit. Everyone who have been waiting for Saturn finally to become direct, this is your beautiful time. Saturn finally, after 5 months, gets direct on 28th of November. Those who are having a lot of pain related to their work, their social circle, very isolated, very, very difficult, now will feel absolute great relief. This relief is also coming in the area of your money or wealth, because Saturn is putting the aspect on the second house. Also in the area related to your career, things that were going back and nothing was moving forward, now slowly things will start moving forward. And also this time, if there is any education related stuff, if you are thinking of higher education in a foreign country, or even moving to a foreign country by any chance, this is going to be a pleasant period for all the Aries ascendant people. We'll make a very big detailed video about it, so do subscribe, otherwise you will miss it. All the best. And Mercury then finally turns direct into Libra. Lot of miscommunication happened, lot of relationships ups and downs. Now finally things will start moving in the right direction. In fact, if there is any judicial problem that is going on, the sixth house lord, right, is direct now. Judicial problems, problems related to health, problems related to workplace, your routine is not set, it will now come into absolute action. So if you see November, such a powerful month with so many things happening. All the very best. We are very soon in the month of November, we are launching the yearly video. For that, everyone do subscribe, otherwise you will miss it. Take care. Taurus, when we talk about Taurus here, Venus is entering into the sign of Libra. Taurus, if you see, Venus is the Lagna Lord going to the sixth house. Whenever Ascendant Lord goes to the sixth house, it tries to repair the problems related to that house. So if there is any challenges that you're facing related to health, related to enemies, related to struggle, related to finding debts, loans, workplace politics, all this is going to improve in a very positive manner. So very happy for it. But Mercury, who's the lord of the second house and the fifth house, that means money, bank balance, and speculative gains, even love life, and it's coming into the seventh house, it is becoming a retrograde motion. That means it can create some challenges when it comes to partnerships. Partner loss because of partnerships. Sometimes in the love area, there can be some sudden ups and downs, which we will see, or sometimes we feel very cheated, very, very stressed, that kind of feeling. Not clear communication. From the other side, the communication will become very, very low. That's the kind of progressive retrograde nature that Mercury will show for you. So before making any contracts, any partnership, do be very careful. Do, when Mercury becomes retrograde, that time Lord Ganesha is the one who removes obstacles from your life. So do the mantra Om Gan Ganpataye Namaha. That will help you. Jupiter, on the other hand, which is in a very good position, in exalted manner, is becoming retrograde. Now here, very hastily, we have done something. Very fast, we have done something, which is very good, not wrong. Yeah, sometimes you need to show a sense of urgency. But this is the time to again revisit our actions, our decisions, and see that is everything falling in the right place, or we need to alter something, modify something. This is the time. Even in your communication, everything to do with relationship, in your higher education, in your social circle, because of the aspects of Jupiter. This Jupiter, we are going to be making a big video, so all the more details will come there. Surya Dev, Sun will enter into the sign of Scorpio, ending its debilitation. Now here, when Sun comes in the sign of Mars, after the sign of Aries, in this sign, Sun feels very comfortable. So Sun is extremely powerful in the seventh house. That means any victory that we require from any enemies, we will be able to get that done. If there is home, house related, any challenges, any problems in real estate, shifting, something to do with your we can say something to do with your vehicle, challenges, buying, selling. It is a beautiful time for you to go ahead and take any action in these areas. Very beautiful placement of Sun. Kendra Lord in the Kendra, super. Mercury in retrograde motion will enter into the sign of Libra. Now, here you will see that Mercury is the lord of the third house, sorry, second house and the fifth house, speculative gain. We want to be very careful when we're investing something because sixth house is also a house of loss. Okay, it's an Upchaya house, so we want to be very Dushtana, Upchaya, obstacles, everything is there. So we want to make sure that the Vani, the things that we use, we say, we commit, we want to be careful in those areas that are we making the right decision? Are we going to have a challenge in these areas? Because second house lord in the sixth house in retrograde motion sometimes makes you speak something which you cannot take back. And that is where the problem actually comes. So very careful when it comes to you becoming your own enemy. Please weigh your words before you tell. That is the sign, that is the nature of Libra. Then Venus, very far, very fast, November 26th, entering into the sign of Scorpio. Here, Kendra Lord in the Kendra, two Kendra Lords in the Kendra. What a powerful placement. It is a Raja Yoga. This Raja Yoga can create great opportunities in partnerships. If you're going to Sun Mahadasha, Venus Mahadasha, Venus Mahadasha, Sun Antardasha, Sun Mahadasha, Venus Antardasha. If these are the area, these are the things that are going, it's going to be creating a very, very beautiful yoga for you. Great things are supposed to happen on an overall scenario in your life, and especially some partner, some relationship, some spouse may come and help you. Spouse, partner, business partner may come and help you to reach that milestone. Very, very extremely powerful placement. And now the best thing that is happening is Yoga Karaka. Our Yoga Karaka is Saturn, and Saturn is going to become direct here in the sign of Taurus. Such a powerful placement of Saturn in the 11th house in Mool Trikon was retrograde. Now those people who Sade Sati has started have to be extra careful because Saturn is now in forward motion. Saturn will create all the challenges that it is supposed to create for the Sade Sati people, like isolation, trouble, and whatnot. But for those people who just have Saturn Mahadasha Antardasha going on here, what a beautiful time. Your social presence increases, there is social acceptance, there is a lot of positivity from your social side of the life. Gains happen in a very nicer way. Your hard work is answered now. In fact, all the career related what do you say pattern, all the career related pattern takes higher leap. Like it's suddenly a, what we can say, an upgrade from economy class to business class. That's the kind of situation that is happening here. What a beautiful placement. For Saturn, we'll be making a complete video because it will affect your personality also, your children also, your longevity also. So we will be talking about it in the big video, so do subscribe. Later, Mercury also turns direct. So two planet first becomes retrograde, then becomes direct by end of the month. So this month overall has to be an extra cautious month. Once Mercury becomes direct, very good. December is going to be very good. But still, we want to be careful about our health, our enemies, everything related to the sixth house. Things will start moving forward here. Your debts, which you're not getting, will move forward. Workplace politics will go away. A lot of things will start clearing up. So a lot of good things are happening. But the whole month is about extra care. There is someone doing firecrackers outside. Put, 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 put. Voice is coming. Happy Diwali, everyone, again. All the best. Have a great, great month and see you next month with awesome, beautiful, wonderful transits. Gemini.
Akashji, before you go
Yes.
forward, I'm continuously getting messages from team. Sorry to interrupt. Team want you to tell people about our new Insta account and how we are putting
Oh,
stories.
yes.
So
Yes,
team
yes,
wants
yes.
to-
So we are on Instagram now. I have started like the Instagram channel after so much of pain that I had to do. I will do. I finally started. So everyone can join us on Instagram, Taurus people.
for a
The
beautiful
link will be
story. And
beautiful story.
I seen first Ganpati ji story and I fell in love with that story. So beautifully edited, so beautiful pictures and beautiful story also.
Yes, Rohit. Yeah, we are working very hard on it. I forgot only about it. But yes, thank you so much for reminding. Yeah, I will put the link below if anyone can
Yes,
follow us at
I think
Instagram.
this,
I can share the link.
Akash ji, this black portion looks, I think here should be our Instagram from here.
Instagram logo. Yeah. From next time it will be there.
Right.
Done. Okay, Rohit ji. Moving on to Taurus. When we talk about, sorry, we're moving on to Gemini. When we talk about Gemini, Venus is entering into the sign of Libra. So for Gemini ascendant people, when we talk about the month of November, November is a very, very powerful month. Venus is entering into the sign of Libra first. Your 12th house lord is entering into the fifth house. One of the best positions any planet can take is fifth house of Purva Punya. That means it actually gives you the results of this time also, but also past results. So if you have been doing so much hard work from a long time, this is the time to reap the benefits of it. Those who are thinking of education and want to go to foreign country for education, this is a very, very beautiful and wonderful time for you to take the next step. Very soon, if you see here, in this month only, Venus will also enter into the sign of Scorpio, make a Viprit Rajyog. So that means if you are applying for loan for education and whatnot, then also it's a very progressive period for you. Venus is the planet of love, romance, relationships, feelings. Now, this is also a very beautiful time for such things. If you are trying to get into a relationship, getting one step closer towards marriage, this is a very, very beautiful time to, take further actions. Also for progeny, very beautiful time. You should think about childbirth. If you're planning for any childbirth and going through Venus Mahadasha Antardasha, then this is the right time for you guys. Just imagine the bija and the soul, the bij and the Atman are sitting together. Understand, Rohiji? Venus is the bija, that means the seed, and Sun is the soul, are sitting together. What a beautiful time for conception for all our, sisters who want to try increase their family. Here, Mercury gets retrograde in the sign of Scorpio. Mercury is the Lagna Lord and the 10th and the 4th house Lord. Here, getting retrograde here can create some challenges overall in your health. Sometimes because of your non-commitment, sometimes because of your, we can say, destroying your lifestyle, such kind of problems can come. And also 6th house is the house of workplace, which is a very important place where you do your karma, workplace. Here also problems can come, sometimes related to you speaking something completely going against the policies or against the principles. So this is the time that to be more careful about what you speak, how you communicate, what are your gestures, what is your outlook towards the other people. Enemies may try to trouble you or may try to put words in your mouth and which will take you backwards. So do not listen to other people. Try to be as research oriented as you can. On the other hand, the other Kendra Lord is also getting retrograde. If you see in the all of the Artha Sthana, all the planets are retrograde from 11th of November till 28th of November. All three are retrograde. And all are, see, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, right? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. And here, if you see, all three Artha. So money-wise, we want to be extremely careful during this month. We can have some sudden losses in money during this month. So we want to be very, very careful about our speech, our workplace, and our occupation. All three Arthastans are having retrograde planets. So not a very great month to do financial planning. That's absolutely how I want to put it. With Jupiter being retrograde in the second house, it's not bad. Jupiter, whenever a planet is in retrograde motion, it turns inward. That means it tries to think that, what are the wrong things that I did? How do I want to improve myself more? Do I go forward and do some different things, take a different approach? This is why a planet gets retrograde, and this is the time to, do such things. Later, we will see that after that, Sun will enter into the sign of Scorpio. Now, as Sun is entering into the sign of Scorpio, look at Sun is the third house lord, exactly fourth from itself, and in the sixth house. When Sun and Mars are together, Sun becomes extra powerful. That is why it gets exalted in the sign of Aries, in the sign house of Mars. Mars gives extra support to Sun. Sun becomes super powerful here. That means good news for all the people whose enemies are putting them into a very bad situation, very bad place. Enemies will not be able to trouble you at all. It's a very powerful placement of Sun. Sun will burn those who are looking for government work, government job, or some government work which is pending, maybe from the judicial system also. Things will move forward in your favor. Later, Mercury will enter into the sign of Libra in retrograde motion in the fifth house. Now, fifth house is love, romance, children, speculation. We want to be very careful. Lagna Lord in the fifth house. Retrograde motion means that you have to think twice, thrice, 5 times, 10 times before making big investments in share and stock market. Very careful. I suggest, importantly, very, very careful about this kind of a place. Fifth house is also the house of creativity. Here, Mercury may make you repeat lot of things. Maybe if you're have your approach is very simple. It may your boss may say no, no, we need out of the box approach. You may have to repeat multiple times to get to the right point. Okay, this is also what happens. Venus very powerfully enters into the sign of Scorpio. If you look at Venus here, it's the 12th house lord, makes a Viprit Rajyog. Viprit Rajyog always means that trouble in the beginning, victory in the end. So if there were trouble related to getting loan for student visa, getting any problem in the love life, all things will solve. But you have to come into discipline, into into a routine. That is the demand of these planets. Now, Venus is not comfortable when it is with Sun and when it is with Mars. But here, Venus can also create a little bit of health problems, especially for the female or male genital places like urine infections, like problem in the lower abdomen, infections, such kind of things can be happening. Honestly, whenever Venus comes to this position, try to eat a lot of yogurt. This will help your gut and it will be very, very good for you. Later, Saturn, very important planet for your Bhagyasthan Lord, your Destiny Lord was retrograde, your research related Lord was retrograde, 8th house Lord. Finally, it is direct, and best thing is going to happen is in the career area. Everything that was looking very standstill will start moving forward in a very powerful motion. In fact, because Saturn is putting an aspect on the 12th house, foreign related work also, intensifies during this time. And it is also looking at the what do you say Kendra, that means the fourth house, both Kendras, fourth house as well as the what do you say seventh house. So progress in your Padaprapati, that means getting more higher designation, and home wise also things will come into order, which were not coming into order right now. So honestly, a very beautiful and amazing time for Gemini ascendant people, like super. Okay, Saturn is super place for you. Those who are in Sarasati will start feeling the intensity of Saturn, but it is actually overall very, very positive planet for you. And then Mercury, Lagna Lord also said that everyone is becoming direct now. Why the hell should I not become direct? So Mercury also becomes direct here. Mercury becomes direct in the 5th house. Lot of, it receives, first of all, Saturn is in very good position now. Mercury in this position start attaining lot of creativity, problem solving skills, very good for children. In fact, it helps your children also if they are suffering, not getting a job, this Mercury may help indefinitely. Very, very awesome. Mercury is very powerful here. When it comes to overall situation of this month is a important month. When it comes to investments, this whole month should be avoided. Very important month for research, very important month for your workplace. Jupiter making aspect on the workplace getting retrograde, Mercury being retrograde from the 6th house and going to the 5th house. Saturn in the 10th house, work wise some ups and downs can happen, which has to be extra careful. If you're going through by chance Mahadasha of Mercury, then extra careful is what you should be. Now, there's one very good news. I have a link below. Follow us on our AC Astro channel on Instagram. It's a new channel. We have started. Only one video is uploaded, but this is not related to astrology. This is more than astrology. This is something where we will learn beautiful stories and so many more things. You need to go and look there. It's first video only. So I hope that the way you have shown support to us on here, you will also show here, because here we want to be more and more discussing about the Vedic stories behind planets, behind remedies and whatnot. Okay, all the very best. Have a great month and see you next month. For Cancer ascendant people, Venus enters into the sign of Libra on 2nd of November. Here, when we talk about Venus, Venus is ending the debilitation, coming into a very, very relaxed position in the 4th house. 4th house is a very beautiful. 11th house Lord in the 4th house. That means gains is coming from your home also. Your home environment becomes very good. There is sometimes travel also gets planned here. There is possibility of feeling at peace in your house. Such kind of beautiful things. Social security improves. Your relationship with your family members, especially with your mother, becomes very, very intensely powerful here. And those who are thinking of some modification in the real estate, they may also come across some beautiful new ideas. Now here, Mercury retrogrades in the sign of Scorpio on 10th of November. Now Mercury is the 12th house lord, but it is also the lord of the 3rd house. That means communication as well as all the expenses are in the hand of Mercury. Now here, expenses can happen suddenly on the children, if you have a lover, if you have some romantic partner. suddenly expenses can happen in those areas. Suddenly some miscommunication, misunderstanding can also happen here, which may create some losses. So very careful about dealing with children and their priorities as well as your love life. Now, this is also important to understand that Mercury is the planet of trade, trading, stock market, share market. Everything is Mercury. That up and down, fast movement, everything is Mercury. Numbers is Mercury. We want to be very careful when we are putting money into speculation, because here we can have little bit of challenge. As soon as we move forward here, Jupiter will retrograde in the sign of Cancer. Now here, if you see your dharma, all the dharma houses are in trouble. Every planet in the dharma houses is retrograde. That means sometimes in this situation you may have a tendency towards some adharma, lying, trying to do something wrong, unethical behavior, being jealous of other people. What we want to do during this time, we want to pray to Lord Hanumanji, the fifth house Lord, that is your Ishta. Say, Hanumanji, Lord Kartik, give us power, give us buddhi, give us brain, so that we do not take any wrong decisions. Jupiter, when it gets retrograde in the Lagna, it tells you that whatever decisions you have taken in the past 1 month, where things were going up and down, here, is it right? Do you want to reconsider it? Do you want to take action? Maybe a little slower. This is what exactly Jupiter is trying to do. We'll be making a very big video on this because an exalted Jupiter is getting retrograde. So very powerful video it will be to follow. Later, Sun will enter into the sign of Scorpio. Now look at Sun here. Sun here is the second house Lord coming to the fifth house. Second and fifth house, whenever make a combination, there is wealth yoga. So if you're going through Mercury Mahadasha, then there is loss yoga. If you're going through Sun Mahadasha, Mars Mahadasha, then there is wealth improvement in the speculation area. So that is also how you look at a chart. It cannot be only one planet is going retrograde that it will create losses. No, it has to be Mahadasha supporting that planet or no. So depending on your Mahadasha, you will be able to analyze that, oh, am I going to be in trouble or am I going to be in profit? So just make sure that you take care of this. But here, good time for monetary benefits if you're going to Sun Mahadasha, especially, sometimes your value increases, your ideas, good time for startups also. So if you're thinking of startup, this is the right time to take action. In retrograde motion, Mercury has entered into the sign of Libra here, into the fourth house. Now here, Mercury is sitting exactly one house from its exalted sign. So Mercury will give you good results here because very soon it will give you direct also. But again, in the home and family area, things may get overwhelming. Things may happen very quickly and you may feel what the hell is going on? Everything is moving so quickly. Communication can be turning into miscommunication. So want to be very careful with overcommitment. Okay, overcommitment can create losses, but sometimes when Mercury 12th house Lord comes to the fourth house, it is also possible that home related expenses are on the high during this time. Later, we will see that Venus will enter into the sign of Scorpio. Now, what beauty do you need? 11th house Lord in the 5th house. Again, now this is a very clear indication that if you're going through Venus Mahadasha, Sun Mahadasha, Mars Mahadasha, then big gains are coming. Your creativity will be at peak. Your children will do very well, as well as those who are trying to plan for children. Now, the seed as well as the soul. See, Venus is called the seed, Shukranu, sperm, egg. What is that? Venus. And when we talk about Sun, Sun is Surya, the soul and the seed are together. So and Mars is also there. Passion is also there. So please try. Those who are trying for childbirth, an absolute beautiful time for childbirth is going to happen. Superb time for speculative gains also. Superb. Very good for love life, education. Very great time. Saturn will turn direct into Pisces. Now, this was also creating a very big trouble for those people who are going to Saturn Mahadashanta. Everything's slow. Nothing is working out. Everywhere there is some delays. Now things will start working. At least your destiny will take action. Your partners will help you. Your research that you have done in the past, your occult practices that you have done in the past will help you. Such a beautiful time. Lot of social gains from your social circle, gains through your communication, gains through judicial system. If anyone is having any problem in the court cases, etc., suddenly you will get solution because Saturn is getting direct. Such a powerful placement because Saturn is putting the 10th aspect on the 6th house. So workplace related challenges go away, problems in the judicial system go away, problem in the enmities go away. So it's a very beautiful transit of Saturn. Full video is coming, so do be do subscribe and keep in touch. When we talk about Mercury, it turns direct into the sign of Libra here. Now, Mercury is such a beautiful planet. Now, again, it is a third house Lord going forth itself. It's like, it's like sorry to use the word, but a very big leader in the world. In the morning, he puts a tariff. In the evening, he removes the tariff. Then in again second morning, he puts a tariff. Then he removes the tariff. That is Mercury. There's no one else. Mercury is sometimes like this, sometimes. And now here it was retrograde, creating challenges. Now suddenly everything will become so positive, so wonderful that you will say nothing happened. That kind of Mercury, it is this kind of a Mercury. So it's a very powerful Mercury in the Kendra coming to the fifth house. And when the stellium happens here, so it's going to be beautiful. Like a lot of great yogas related to money is coming. So all the very best. Have a great, wonderful time. And there is one very good news that we are on Instagram now, AC Astro channel. Very late we are come on Instagram, but we have come now. So do follow. The link is in the description. It will give me courage that, oh, now I have to make Instagram videos, or otherwise I will become lazy. So please do that. And not only astrology is not the big thing there. The big thing is something much more intense. So go and look. Sometimes we do remedies, sometimes we do this. What is the reason behind it? You will learn on this channel. All the best. Stories, beautiful. Thank you. Take care. Leo. Now, when we talk about Leo here, Venus is entering into the sign of Libra. Now, Venus is the lord of your career as well as your third house. That is the house of courage, action, communication, everything related to that. Here, you may see that progress related to things that you are not taking initiative for will start happening. You will start taking a lot of initiative. Extreme courage will be shown. And with Sun here, with the Lagna Lord, this becomes more intensified. From 2nd of November till 16th of November, you will be in full power to take action. So, beautiful time. Also, this is the time. See, Venus and Sun together. I know they are enemies, huh? Enemies is that, but remember, Sun is also the Lagna Lord in the third house in debilitated position. When Venus comes here, Sun also gets lot of strength. So this means that all the government-related problems, etc., which are you are facing, will also go away. Short distance travel may be very tiring, but it has to happen during this time. So, all the best for it. Mercury becomes retrograde. The second and the 11th house lord is becoming retrograde, which can create some challenges when it comes to commitment. When it comes to, if you're going through Mercury Mahadasha, see, whenever I'm doing any reading, whenever I'm saying generic only that this planet is going here, this planet is going there, please remember, you check your Mahadasha, what is running. The Mahadasha or the Antardasha of that planet, whenever they are making any movement, it will create more impact for you. Okay. So Mercury getting into retrograde into Scorpio is exactly in the fourth house where it is getting retrograde, and Mercury is the second and the 11th house lot of your social circle, and lot of people, how people outside look at you, and second house wealth. This is getting retrograde. This means you need to be cautious in both these areas. Your emotional security can get disturbed here during this time. You may feel a little bit overwhelmed, or maybe you say something and you cannot take it back. Such kind of things. So you want to be extra careful during this time when you are in Mercury retrograde period. Sometimes related to your home also, okay, is where you should be careful. Now if you see, next move is of Jupiter. 10th of November Mercury retrogrades, 11th of November Jupiter retrograde. So if you see the pattern now, dharma artha kama moksha, so moksha house, then again dharma artha kama moksha, moksha house, then dharma artha kama moksha. All the moksha houses planets are retrograde. This means you will have to revisit every area of your life to understand that what are you doing wrong in your spiritual approach. Is your spiritual approach correct or no? Ruji, I got very nice book. I can show you here. Very nice book. I will show you. This book is called Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. It is not Tantra. It is Lord Shiva telling Ma Parvati 112 ways of meditation. There is nothing, there is only one thing Lord Shiva is saying to Parvati 112 times in different ways. So this is such a beautiful book. I think this retrograde motion is supposed to happen later. Earlier, now only I've started to see that, okay, where the hell I'm going wrong in my spiritual approach? How do I change myself? This is why this book has come to my life. Osho recommends this book. Osho says that there is only one book in this world which can change everything, that the way you look at, and that is Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. So beautiful. Please, whenever you have a time, read it. Anyways, coming back to Jupiter, all the three planets are retrograde. Jupiter getting retrograde in the 12th house may also suddenly make you do foreign travel. Maybe you go from a foreign country to your So from home country to foreign country, then suddenly you will have to fly back. So such kind of sudden travels can happen during this time, so you want to be extra cautious about the circumstances. Expenses can also be very heavy. Sometimes you have invested somewhere and you have to now take it out. That is also what happens here when Jupiter becomes retrograde in the 12th house. Big video will be made, so more things are coming in that video, so do subscribe. Sun enters into the sign of Scorpio. Now, finally, Sun is out of debilitation, comes into the Kendra with Mars, who is the Yoga Karka, sitting in the house of Mars. Very powerful placement of Sun. Here, a retrograde Mercury becomes very positive when it comes with Sun, because it will now take all the qualities of Sun and say Sun will guide him properly. So, your Mercury is now becoming better. Sun in the fourth house can increase your ability related to your career, because Kendra Lord has come in is aspecting the 10th house, where Venus is going to very soon come and join Sun. So your career wise, it starts putting light on the house of your career. Very powerful. In your home also, because Sun is come here, the Lagna Lord in the fourth house. If there is any improvement required, if there is any challenges that you're facing in your home, real estate, property, Sun blesses you. So all the best for this time. Mercury now becomes retrograde and goes into the sign of Libra. Now, this is the third house of communication, and Mercury is the lord of communication. So, I would suggest that from 23rd of November till 29th of November, keep your mouth shut. Don't do so much, don't show so much aggression, don't show so much of, what you say, don't be an extrovert person during that time. Try to be as calm as possible, because Mercury can play with your communication, with your words, and then you will regret later, why the hell did I say this? So this is what exactly is going to happen. Short distance travel may happen, and sometimes because of this, problems with siblings can also happen because of retrograde Mercury. Venus very powerfully, Kendra Lord enters in the Kendra. Look, see Yoga Karka looking at the 10th house, Venus looking at the 10th house, Sun looking at the 10th house from your 4th house. That means some big, massive changes is coming in your career. Massive changes is coming in your career. So those people who do not have a job, get ready, because job will come. Those people who are thinking of starting something new, very good, please go ahead, because Venus is very soon going into the 5th house. Those people who are thinking of buying a property, a house, a vehicle, please go for it. It's going to happen. So something related to 4th house and 10th house is happening collectively in a very, very powerful manner. And the next thing, that good thing is happening, is that your 6th house lord, who's making a Vipreet Rajyog in the 8th house, and in the Dushtana, becomes direct after 5 months. So all the research, all the analytics done in the past 5 months, now it is time to implement it. The career which was going backwards, not slow, demotivated, not feeling so good, is going to take action. 5th house and 8th house have a relationship now, because Saturn is putting the 10th aspect on the 5th house, which is a aspect of karma. Your creativity level will be at a very, very different ball game altogether. So such a powerful placement of Saturn. Again, because of the Saturn, we are going to be making very big videos, so please follow us. Later, Mercury will turn direct into Libra, and here finally the problems related to finances, wealth up and down, communication up and down will end, and things will start moving in your favor. A retrograde planet is a chance to undo your mistakes. That is exactly what a retrograde planet means. So please do not take it as a very, very bad, worst kind of situation. No, it's not like that. Okay, all the very best. Have a great time, have a great month. There is a new channel on Instagram, AC Astro channel. You can follow us there. The link is in the description. Follow us and show support, so that we can also be connected there, because there it's not about astrology, it's more bigger than astrology. It's about the stories behind the remedies, the stories of gods, stories. So short stories. All the best. See you there. And do comment that I came from YouTube. I will reply, because I am replying today for the first 1 month. Everyone, all the best. Virgo. For Virgo rising, Venus is entering into the sign of Libra. Now, when we look at Venus here, Venus is the lord of the ninth house, lord of the second house. Getting into the second house of wealth restores wealth here. If you have been going through financial trouble sometime, your wealth is going to increase. Your family life becomes very, very positive, and sometimes your speech becomes so great that only you have to speak and things become your. That's how powerful this time is. Second house is also the house related to your eyes. But when Venus and Sun come together, the eyes can have a little bit of trouble. So that is a negative point here. So we want to be careful about that as well. Mercury gets retrograde. The Lagna Lord in the third house of communication getting retrograde is not a good sign. If you're going through Mercury Mahadasha Antardasha, then this is a time to be extra cautious in taking action in what you speak, what you write. Do not write anything on social media, any aggressive. See, Mercury and Mars are together. Now Mars will invoke. When Mercury goes retrograde, Mars will say, "Arey, you know what? This is. You should be angry at it." Mercury will say, "Yes, I will be angry." So make you angry. So we don't want to be as angry because our career will get affected. 10th house Lord in the third house retrograde. So in the career area also, we do not write any harsh mails or stuff like that. Try to avoid such situations. Short distance travel may happen, and there may be also reschedule of lot of short distance travel during this time. Later, Jupiter will also become retrograde. Now, see, this is the pattern. If you see first house, second house, third house is the house of karma, desire. Seventh house, house of karma. 11th house, house of karma. Out of this, third and 11th house are Upchaya houses, and seventh house is a Kendra. So here, desires are going to be your biggest enemy during this month. You have to make sure that the desire should be for a higher purpose, not for your own personal material gain. This is what exactly this period of this planets in three different areas are trying to tell us. That okay, you know what, we need to be more focused on making communication for someone else's also progression, making partnerships for, for a higher purpose, and also in your social circle, not only for our benefit but for the benefit of the society. This is exactly the kind of environment that has been created in your birth chart overall in your life. So we want to be taking action. Now Jupiter is such a beautiful planet here, Kendra Lord in the 11th house, lot of gains and this and that. But in this, when it becomes retrograde now from 11th of November till 5th of December, it will enter into the sign of Gemini. We want to be extremely careful in the social circle. We don't want to make friends with people who are showing us easy routes. I don't put money here, it will become double, this, that, whatnot. No, we want to be very careful. Because see, the Lagna Lord is also retrograde. Okay. If you look at Saturn, the sixth house Lord is also retrograde. So everyone is like not a very great position. You have to rethink everything before taking any action. That's my suggestion. Sun, the 12th house Lord goes to the third house. That means travel is going to happen. Some short distance travel, something that has to do with more of showing courage. Those people who are worried about getting jobs, government jobs, getting some contracts. This is the time that things may manifest for you in a very, very powerful, beautiful way. And then we will see Mercury in retrograde motion will enter into the sign of Libra. Now here, ascendant or in the second house in retrograde motion means sometimes you may have challenges related to investments or money. See, money wise, second house Lord is there. It is going to do good only for you. But sometimes in such situations, money fluctuations can happen because of your own, sorry to use the word stupidity, you may create some losses for yourself. So we want to be very careful of where and how we are investing our time. Venus goes to the third house, second house Lord in the third house, good progression related to your, your travel, your happiness from your siblings, from your surrounding. It is a very beautiful period. It is still receiving an aspect of, what you say, aspect of Jupiter, which is the fifth aspect of Jupiter here. And it can save, it's a saving grace. But in the third house and Upchaya house, a benefic planet like Venus may have little struggle of expressing love. It will be a little bit of harsh love expression that we see. So those who are in the love life area, just be extra careful. Okay. Finally, finally, the fifth house Lord, that is the most auspicious, Purva Punya Lord, is now getting direct into the seventh house. It is a very, very awesome placement of Saturn. Very great placement of Saturn to become direct. 5 months it has been retrograde. All the partnerships, all the love life, all the marriage, all the relationships are going completely slow down. It was completely slowed down. Nothing was happening, but now things are in your favor. Things will start moving in such a positive manner that you will say, exactly this is what I was desiring from a very, very long time. Saturn always says that there is delay but no denial. So this is the kind of nature of Saturn during this period. Beautiful, beautiful place. We are going to be, see, your destiny goes up, your personality becomes more amazing, and your fourth house, which is the 10th aspect of Saturn, becomes so powerful that you now have that social security and courage. You have that emotional foundation now completely healed. This is the beauty of Saturn. And then Mercury also says Now Saturn has become direct. Now I will also become direct. Next day, Mercury becomes direct in the second house. Now everything is back to normal. It is just like all the drama happened and later said nothing. So much, so much happening. This getting retrograde, that in retrograde, this moving here, there, two transits in 1 month of Venus. But again, back to normal. Mercury says, "Oh, did something happen?" That's how it is going to behave in the second house. So your wealth, etc., also starts going up, and this is a good time to make any comments, decisions, take any actions after 29th of November 2025. All the best. There is this new Instagram channel, AC Astro channel. The link is in the description. Do follow. Give your support there also. It will be very nice of everyone to do that. And I'll see you there also with beautiful stories. This is more bigger than astrology, what we are doing on Instagram or what the plan is. Okay. All the very best. Do follow and let us know below that you followed so that I can count on you. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. So during the first 2 days of the month in November, your ascendant lord is coming back to the ascendant after a very long debilitation. Now it is coming here to give you lot of ease. Beautiful placement of your ascendant lord in the ascendant. Now here, when we look, what happens for Libra ascendant people, one thing I wanted to tell, forget Libra, let's go to Virgo. One Virgo client says that, sir, you always say Libra ascendant is the best, Libra ascendant is the best. Why don't you say Virgo is the best? I said Virgo is better. Virgo has great analytical skills. So it is very, very powerful. Virgo is best, huh? Oh, now coming to Libra. So here ascendant lord has come to the ascendant only. Very beautiful placement of Venus. Now it is a time for self-grooming, getting into some more action related to your personality development. Also, those who are feeling depressed, subconscious mind was not feeling good, anxiety, all this ends and beautiful things starts happening for you. We have to remember this, that when Venus comes into the ascendant, it is so damn powerful here that it can remove every obstacle from your life. So please bank on your Lagna Lord. Mercury becomes retrograde in the sign of Scorpio. Now 12th house Lord and the 9th house Lord goes retrograde. That means those who are in foreign countries or those who are doing foreign travels or those who are living very far away from their birthplace, they may have a little bit of extra burden of expenses. Their bank balance may also go retrograde, may go little low. That's what can happen during this time. So we want to be very careful about expenses. On the other hand, this is also the house of speech. And Mercury is related to communication. So speech wise also we want to be very careful about what we commit, how we commit to our family members, even to our immediate environments, sometimes even to our father. 9th house Lord, 12th house Lord. So sometimes losses can happen because of speech also. Later, if you see now, retrograde motion of Jupiter also happens in the 10th house. If you see now, there's a combination, second house, 6th house and 10th house, all the three earth houses. See, these are all earth houses, right? They have retrograde planets. So that means very careful about financial planning, about debts, about investments during this time. Even in your career, you want to be careful. You don't want to take extra risk or say something, out of aggression to your partner, to your boss, to your colleagues, to your anyone, to your managers. Because Mercury gets retrograde, everything gets retrograde, man. Trade gets retrograde in this world. Jupiter, in the other hand, it's a very benefic planet. So here it does not cause any trouble, but it says that, okay, in the career, if decisions you are making are the right decisions or no, you need to revisit your decisions and start to think that in the last 15 days also we have taken this decision. Are they right? Or do I need to work on it more and come back later? This is exactly what Jupiter does in this position. Sun will enter into the sign of Scorpio on 16th of November. This is the monthly transit of Sun. Now here, when we look at Sun is the 11th house lord in the second house, this means beautiful gains of wealth. Now you may say that you're saying that Mercury is here and you will lose wealth and there can be expenses. Now it all depends on your Mahadasha Antardasha. If you're going to Sun Mahadasha Antardasha, then gain of wealth is happening. If you're not going to Sun Mahadasha and Mercury Mahadasha Antardasha, then you have to consider the Mercury's placements. So Sun is a very powerful planet here in the second house. Great placement, superb. Sometimes some very big deal in your social circle can happen, and which can be very, very extremely good for your arthik, your money. Also, family life becomes very positive. Mercury in retrograde motion will enter into the sign of Libra only now. Now, 12th house Lord has come to the ascendant. We don't want to get overwhelmed with too much work. Don't overexert yourself. This is the time to do a lot of meditation, do a lot of charity, go for any kind of social causes, but not become aggressive or become, you know, put words from your mouth in aggression to other people. This is very, very common when Mercury is retrograde. People say something and then realize, what the hell did I do? All the things keep getting delayed or troubled, or you don't have the ability to do clear communication. So we want to avoid such things. Venus, ascendant lord goes to the second house. It is a progress only. When ascendant lord goes to the second house, monetary benefit happens. Money wise benefit happens. Second house is also the house related to your, your um, spec, what you say, your fixed wealth. Not only the money in your bank account, but also your fixed assets. That also increases. There is possibility of your status to go up. Second house is the value, your value to go up, and also the values that you learn. So it's a very beautiful time for such things. Saturn finally turns direct into the sixth house. Yoga Karka planet in the sixth house getting direct is a very good news, because those who are having problem related to their property, their children, their education, their workplace politics, or nothing moving forward in the workplace will start moving in a very powerful, very, very desired speed. Your research ability goes up, foreign travels happen, there is a lot of positivity when it comes to your courage. You show courage now during this time. Beautiful placement of Saturn. And then Mercury will turn direct into Libra like nothing happened. Mercury says, first I will turn retrograde 19 days it is retrograde. So it is showing that nothing happened here in the beginning. But now it shows here, see how powerful it has become. It is now becoming direct. It is say, oh, I never said this. This is a time to start taking action, start speaking, start showing yourself in the outside world, start demanding things. Overall, if you see the whole pattern of this chart, this is a time that I suggest that this month is not a very good month for investments. Money can come, let it come and settle in your bank account. Do not invest anywhere, because all the three earth houses had retrograde planets. Now, after this month, when December comes, after 5th of December, you can start investing nicely, no problem at all. All the best. Now, there is a new YouTube channel we have started. It is, oh, sorry, what do you say, Instagram channel. AC Astro channel. You can just find AC Astro channel. You will find it on Instagram. I have put the link in the description. Also, do follow so that you can listen to beautiful stories there also. It is only higher astrology. It's not about all this. This is happening this week, that week. It is more related to spirituality and more related to the stories behind your remedies that we do. Okay. All the best. Take care. Scorpio Rohitji. Now here Venus is entering into the sign of Libra, the 12th house. Venus is not considered that great planet here. It's a Maraka as well as the 12th house lord. So it signifies losses, but it also signifies spirituality. 12th house is the house of spirituality. 12th house is the house where you go into deep meditative space. 12th house is also the house of expenses. Sometimes these expenses can happen related to your foreign travel also. Travel expenses can happen from the 12th house. Here, there is a possibility that many people may do expenses related to spiritual retreats, pilgrimages, or sometimes even health wise, because it's a Maraka, 7th house lord. In fact, for your spouse also, there can be some kind of expenses. Suddenly, spouse can call up and say, I need some money. So, that kind of expenses are expected here. Mercury gets retrograde here in on 10th of November. It will get retrograde in the Lagna. If you look at Mercury, the 11th and 8th house lord. So sudden ups and downs, research as well as your social circles are all connected to Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication. In any birth chart, Mercury signifies and the qualities of communication that you will do. So here, on an overall level, you should just lay low for 19 days from now. Just lay low. Don't commit on a very larger level because of retrograde Mercury. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for you to fulfill those things. Saturn, on the other hand, again becomes retrograde. Sorry, Jupiter, on the other hand, again becomes retrograde on 11th of November. Now, see, if you see the pattern, first house, fifth house, ninth house, all the three beautiful houses have retrograde planet now. All the dharma trichones, the dharma triangle has negative retrograde planets, which can create what? sometimes to take very unethical measures, measures which are not accepted by the society. Sometimes can take little bit of what you say over what you say we can say overconfident approach, which can create losses for you guys. So very careful about the dharma pattern. Everything, I know it is a time to revisit, even if you've done some adharma, something wrong. Try to revisit now, solve it, and move forward. That is how you should be taking this current transit. Now, because Jupiter just is a very Atichari movement, just got into this sign, just became retrograde now. This means that it has just shown a small trailer of how its next year from 3rd of June, 4th of June, it is transiting will be for you. So, all the very best. There is one more thing here. With Jupiter being retrograde, sometimes the education that you have received during the Jupiter period needs to be revisited. Now, in the last 15, 20 days, whatever you have learned needs to be revisited. That am I doing the right thing? Am I will be in the right area? Or am I going to have some losses around this? So for that, you need to be extra careful. Sun enters into Lagna. Now, when we look at Sun here, Sun is also very important. 10th house Lord, fourth from itself. It gives you happiness, peace in your workplace. You show a lot of courage because your personality becomes like Sun during this time. You become very high achiever, aggressive. Mars and Sun, Angarakyo, power, power. When Sun is with the army, it does not care. It knows that my king. What is the biggest strength of a king? It's an army only, right? What is the biggest strength of a country? Army. If you don't have an army, otherwise people will come and invade you. So exactly, Sun is so powerful with Mars that it is super. Very good time to make any kind of desire come true. So you should be in Sun Mahadasha or Mars Mahadasha, Mars Mahadasha, Sun Antardasha. So either Mahadasha Antardasha of these planets should be active for really making it. Mercury in retrograde motion goes to the 12th house. Here it makes a Viparit Raj Yoga. It's the 8th house Lord in the 12th house. All the activities related to sudden problems in your life may, this Mercury is good actually. This Viparit Raj Yoga is very good. It will make sure that even with your sometimes very wrong commitments or wrong communication, still things will be in your favor. Your health may become very much better during that. Spirituality wise, communication between you and the spiritual world will become very active. But we want to be careful. 12th house Lord in the 12th house means expenses. Huh? So Scorpio people, some expenses are coming either for family, either for health, either for travel, either spouse is going to ask that give me this much money. So you want to be prepared for that kind of situation. Till 26th of November 2020. After that, Venus goes to the first house. And now tell the spouse that, okay, come and ask money from me. This is not a time that you will be able to. But here, relationship becomes more powerful. Your personality becomes more charismatic. This is a beautiful placement of Venus. Looking at the seventh house enhances partnerships, enhances new development in love. Love life also goes very very beautiful, and that's not only because of Venus, but because of Saturn also. Saturn turns direct into Pisces in the fifth house of love, romance. Those Scorpio people who have been facing a lot of trouble in money, in speculation, speculative gains, may start achieving some great positive things here. Those who were trying for progeny, childbirth not happening, will start having childbirth as well, like possibility of childbirth. Those who are thinking of education and everything went reverse and nothing was working, suddenly you will get mails in your inbox that, okay, you are accepted to this university, this, that, whatnot. So it's a beautiful time. So please make the actual advantage of this time. Okay. All the very best. And then finally, Mercury also turns direct into Libra. That means now all the energies are becoming very positive. So we are hopeful, we are happy, and we will see that things will be improving for the best. Foreign travel can happen here, and sudden bad habits, etc., may just vanish away from your life. That's how beautiful this Mercury transformation is going to be happening for you if you're going through Mercury Mahadasha. All the best. Have a great week, a great month. Sorry, the overall structure of this month is more related to your dharma. That means it is all the three retrogrades in the 1 2 1 5 and 9 says that this is time of higher education, dharma, using righteous methods to achieve things rather than taking shortcuts or betraying other people. This is my understanding of higher level of astrological meanings. Not only like it's good for children, good for this, it is higher level way. It says that now this is the time to use more dharma rather than, sometimes for using dharma we have to even lose few things. You have to lose good friends, you have to lose, opportunities, but it's okay as long as it is dharma. Okay, all the best, have a great time. There is one good news that we have started Instagram channel, AC Astro channel on Instagram. I've uploaded only one video. Every 2 days we'll be uploading a video, so do follow us there. Very beautiful stories, very beautiful remedy. Why do we do remedies? What are the stories behind it? We are going to be focusing on them. Mostly it is related to remedies and related to stories of planets and gods. All the best, take care, have a great time. Sagittarius. Now here we will look at November 2025. Starts with Venus is entering into the sign of Libra in your 11th house. So Venus is the sixth house lord, going six from itself. It gives you very big relief in your workplace. Gives very big relief when it comes to your debts and your social circle. Some big help may come from the social environment. Very beautiful placement of Venus. Venus with Sun here, both are aspecting the fifth house. That means very good chance for progeny also. Those who are trying for childbirth, this is a time that things may be coming in your favor. Look at Venus here. Venus is also the lord of, the enemies. In your social circles, we want to be very careful. No one even can do anything, but we may be careful to connect the dots. You may find who are the people who are your enemies and becoming very nice on your face. So that kind of a time is coming. Mercury becomes retrograde here, which is the 10th house lord. So career becomes retrograde. In this time, you have to revisit your career and see that what is lacking. Sometimes you have given an interview and you did not pass. Now you want to see why did it did happen like this. What are the things that I need to be more focused on? These are the kind of changes that has to be seen. Mercury is also the seventh house lord. Seventh house is the house of relationship, partnership. Here there may be some misunderstanding with partnerships also during this time, or losses through partnership. So we want to be extra careful. Jupiter also turns retrograde in Cancer. Now there is a very big connection here. If you see these three red signs going backwards, it is fourth house of moksha, eighth house of moksha, and 12th house of moksha. So this is called the moksha trikon. And here all the planets are getting retrograde. Now sometimes when all the planets are showing this kind of a symbol in moksha houses, that means you may get an opportunity during this time to get into a very higher conscious. Your transformation can happen at a very higher level. That means not on a surface level. Depth of your heart may realize the real purpose of life. So such kind of combination should not be ignored. Jupiter getting just got direct, now getting retrograde here in the 8th house, telling that, okay, the actions that you have taken in the past 15-20 days, do you want to revisit them? Do you want to realize that what is happening here? How we want to take this forward? The occult sciences that you're learning, the research that you're doing, the habits that you're into, bad habits, are they taking you one step closer towards moksha, or are they taking you towards, you know, bad things, bad aura? So these are the kind of power that your chart is showing. Retrograde planets are very powerful, no? And if you see Mercury benefic retrograde, Jupiter benefic retrograde, only Saturn is retrograde. It is going to become stationary now and become direct. So that is a different story altogether. But this period, exactly from 11th of November till 28th of November, 28th of November, is a very intense period for you to realize the reality of life, the mission of life. Okay, but moksha house, all three moksha houses, this is a pattern that is happening. It is not simple. That's why when we make these charts and presentations and all, it becomes very clear that what kind of things are happening in the sky. Now Sun is the lord of the ninth house, goes to the 12th house. Get ready for travel, especially for higher education. If you are thinking, applying, nothing is happening, things will now move forward in a very, very positive manner. So all the very, very best for this. Expenses can be higher, sometimes related to father, related to education, related to travel also. Leisure travel can happen, sometimes exploration, learning of new languages, starting learning new languages, that are the, understanding different cultures. This is the time when Sun enters into such position. So all the very best for this. Mercury in retrograde motion will enter into the sign of Libra. Mercury is the 10th house lord in the 11th house in progression. In the social circle, we don't want to do any gossip related to our partnership, relationships, or also our office politics should not be done. Otherwise, there will be trouble. This is a time to just go back and listen, or maybe talk to, not even talk to people. This is a time of silence. From 26th of November till 29th of November is a time of silence in your social circle. Do not message, WhatsApp, and give evidences that you know what happened between these two people, between that people, this boss is doing this. Forget about all this during this time. Otherwise, you will come into very big trouble. Okay, all the very best. Later, we will see that Venus has entered into the 12th house now. Now, Venus entering into the 12th house makes a Vipreet Rajyog, 6th house lord in the 12th house. You get lot of support from, support or monetary support to remove your debts from your life, to remove diseases from your life, to remove, enemies from your life, obstacles from your life. This is Vipreet Rajyog. Problems may come, but this is the time that Venus comes here and says, okay, you know what? Remove, 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 remove. Because of work, sometimes foreign travel happens or some long distance travel happen, which may be very fruitful for you. So do take advantage of this. This is also the house of spirituality, house of spiritual feeling. Now, this kind of a sixth house lord, house of service going to the 12th house, this calls for service related to charity and whatnot. So make the advantage, take great advantage of this time. Okay. All the very best. Saturn, everyone who's waiting for the money lord and the communication lord to become direct is becoming direct now after 5 months. Here, Saturn will turn direct on 28th of November. Saturn is going to make sure that any fixed assets, any real estate, any vehicle that you were trying to purchase, sell, shifting, looking for new house, changing construction in the house, changing the car, getting some kind of mechanical work in the car, all these things will be taken care by Saturn. Also, because Saturn is looking at the 10th house, progress in your workplace, Saturn is looking at the ascendant mode, discipline, Saturn is looking at the 6th house, your work routine now comes into order. It's a beautiful transit. Your emotional security, your home luxury goes up. Those who have been struggling, working from home, feeling very isolated, may also get a sigh of relief during this time. All the best. We'll be making a big video on this, so come back for that. And finally, Mercury Devata will turn direct into Libra. Finally, this Mercury retrograde is a very difficult period. I am a Leo ascendant. It is very difficult for me because agar Mercury becomes retrograde, now my whole, I don't know what the hell I am speaking that time. Everything goes wrong. So it is better I'm making this video before Mercury retrograde. In Mercury retrograde, I try not to work too much. Now here Mercury is becoming direct in the 11th house. Now you will understand the reality of your social circle, that who are really socially very, very important to me. You will also get some very good gains in your career area. If you have taken precaution, you will get very good gains. Now, whenever you're listening to any of these prediction, many people say, "Arey, in one transit, you say that money will come. In second, you say losses are coming." You have to understand everything depends on the Mahadasha and Antardasha that you're going through. If you're going through whatever Mahadasha I told you, whatever Antardasha I told you, then that planet is the hero. That planet's movement will give you something. Okay. If you are just an example, now, if there are 10 files, there is immigration file, there is medical file, there is government file. So if the 12th house lord moves, immigration file will move forward. If the 6th house lord has anything, the medical thing will happen. If another lord happens, it will, depending on which house gets activated, your destiny unfolds accordingly. All the very best. Have a great time. There's a new Instagram channel that I've started, and our team is telling and requesting AC Astro channel. Follow on Instagram. The link is in the description here, and I'm pinning it also so to everyone to follow, please. And there we will be talking about a lot of stories and a lot of great things about the remedies, which are very important, but not like remedies like other astrologers are giving. One astrologer was saying that bulb is Rahu. What she was saying, bulb is Rahu. Take the bulb but take the bulb out, and there is this small, this is something in the bulb that glows. Bury it into the ground, and you see how beautiful this your life will become. And I said, what the hell is wrong with these people? Bulb is Rahu, she's saying. Well, and she's giving the example so that bulb is giving illusion. It is not real. But when you put electricity on it, then only it glows. Then again it goes into darkness. I'm like, oh my god. If she even said that bulb is moon, then I would have agreed that okay, moon is waning and waxing. But bulb is Rahu. What stupidity, man.
Maybe their bulb, Rahu, maybe.
Their
Their
bulb is Rahu. Our bulb is moon, their bulb is Rahu.
different story.
Have a great month. Do follow. Thank you so much. See you next month. Capricorn. When we talk about Capricorn, Venus is the Yoga Karka for you, and Yoga Karka was in debilitated state. Now it has entered into the 10th house. Fully get ready for action packed power in your career, in your workplace, in your occupation. You will be having your fame, dignity, ability, power is going to come to you. So sun, extremely powerful planet sitting with, sun gets directional strength here. Even it is debilitated, does not matter. Sun is so powerful in the 10th house then that it creates leaders. And with Yoga Karka coming to its own sign, it is getting more empowerment. Sun is getting more empowered. So it is a very beautiful time for career advancement, like promotions, etc. If that is what is due, ask for it. After 2nd of November, you may get something very powerful. But now comes the second point. Mercury is retrograde, getting retrograde on 10th of November. Look at Mercury here, the ninth house lord, and Mercury is also the 6th house lord. So that means everything related to your workplace, your destiny is ruled by Mercury. If you're in Venus Mahadasha Antardasha, super time. Sun Mahadasha and super time. In Mercury Mahadasha Antardasha, then you need to be extra careful about your communication in your social circle. Sometimes that can damage your what you say, your name, your fame becomes very low. People start saying that this person is a dual nature person, this person says something here, says something there. So be very careful about your what you say in the social circle. You have to be extra careful about what you speak. Do not speak rubbish at all. Do not do gossip. Simple as that. 19 days only, you have to just chill and relax. Don't do anything. Don't try to go for parties, this that. Avoid as much as possible. And now see what is happening here. Jupiter also becomes retrograde. So if you see this whole triangle, the third house of Kama, seventh house of Kama, and 11th house of Kama. Kama Sthana is where all the planets are getting retrograde. The house of desires. So this means that something that you are want to desire, this time from 11th of November till 28th of November is what this time will give you some very great ideas about the real desires of life rather than the superficial desire like money, like status, like this. You will get a very big spiritual message during this time. See, Saturn and Jupiter are very big planets. Mercury is a very fast planet. So some sudden kind of realization will come to you which will make you think very deep about desires, the real desires, that if is my real desire this or is my real desired service, that kind of feeling you will get. Because Jupiter is getting retrograde here and Jupiter is also the 12th house lord, many people may have a little bit of losses in partnership. They may have a little bit of challenges, or sometimes wrong decisions can be made in the retrograde period. So since and while it is direct, make the best choices possible. Okay, I will be making a big video on this Jupiter with remedies, so do follow so that you will be able to understand. Sun enters into the 11th house, 8th house lord, fourth from itself, sudden gains, sudden happiness can happen. Social circle also gains happen. Now you will see this is a contradictory statement. I said Mercury can create problem your sun. So you have to now go into a layer of Mahadasha Antardasha. If you're going through the Mahadasha of Sun, Mars, then this is a very good period. If you're going through the Mahadasha of Mercury, not a very good period. So always whenever transit is happening, look at your Mahadasha Antardasha lord. If moon Mahadasha is happening, look at the Antardasha lord. That will give you much more perspective about how it is going to be. Sun in the 11th house is also very good when it comes to what you say, politics. Those who are in politics, those who are in social service, those who are in charitable service, those who are in group service, those who do event management, those who do anything to do with government. It's a very beautiful time for you as well. In fact, these both are looking at the 5th house of education. So education wise also, it's a very powerful placement of Sun. Mercury in retrograde motion comes to the 10th house. That means from your social circle, now it has come to your workplace. So from 23rd of November till 29th of November, these 5 days, it should be completely silence that you have in your workplace. Otherwise, you will come under the pressure and you may do something very wrong, which may tarnish your image. We don't want that happening. Ego, anger, sudden irritation, speaking something, writing some bad mail should be avoided during this period. Venus enters into Scorpio, such a powerful placement. Yoga Karka goes to the 11th house, which is a very great placement. Looks at the 5th house back. Speculative gains, gains through stock share market, gains through your social circle can happen. Venus on this individual level makes you feel so loved in this 11th house that everyone around you will start feeling that this is the person that is really important in my life. That kind of feeling you get. And Saturn becomes direct then. On 28th of November, Saturn turns direct, which is a very important. Lagna Lord in the third house, your effort, your courage, and everything was like in a slow motion. Now it is going to take a direct approach. This is the time for you to take direct action for your communication, for your, we can say, travel plans, for your with your siblings, with your neighbors. In fact, show courage, take action in every aspect of your life. May it be childbirth, children, may it be creativity because of the third aspect of Saturn on the fifth house, may it be higher education, skill development, or foreign travel because Saturn is also looking at the 12th and the ninth collectively. So take action now. Now, this is not the time to say, oh, this happened that time, so now I'm not doing. Now, this is the time to go direct, take a direct hit on what you're supposed to go do ahead. Mercury finally says that what happened? I was never retrograde. Now I'm turning direct like nothing happened. So Mercury will now turn direct. And this is the Lord of the ninth house in the 10th house. This is very powerful. It gives upliftment during this time in your career. So even miscommunication, etc., happened. Now this is the time that it will come and try to solve everything and put you back into a right position. That's what Mercury is going to do. Overall, in this month, if we can see a summary, it will be mostly related to some desire that is going to come on your surface, some big desire. Sometimes this desire which you're completely demotivated in any kind of desires, this may be a very higher purpose desire that may come. Not a desire like I want to take a Mercedes, but a desire that I want to become a nice person. I want to stop lying. I want to stop smoking. I want to stop desiring only women or men. I want to now move forward on a very higher plane of spiritual life. That's exactly this, the essence of this month. All the best. This Instagram new channel we have started, AC Astro channel on Instagram. So in the link below, you will find in the comments below, you will find the link of Instagram. So do follow because I will like nice. You here also come there also. Here you are listening all your predictions. There we will talking about the logic behind remedies, the stories of different planets, the way how planets act. So more of stories. Okay. All the best. Take care. Have a great month. See you. Aquarius month will start with the Yoga Karka coming into a very, very positive placement. Now, if you see, Yoga Karka will come to the ninth house of your destiny. Many people who have been suffering a lot, and Venus Mahadasha is going on, you're suffering a lot in your destiny, like nothing is working out, everything. See, it was debilitated, right, in the eighth house. So you may have felt a little bit of ups and downs in every area of your life. Now it is elevation. You are going to get support from God Himself, and that it's sitting with Surya. Such a beautiful placement of Venus with Surya. Surya Dev illuminates everything. I know Venus will get combust, this, that, whatnot, but it doesn't matter. When a benefic becomes combust, it is very powerful. When a malefic becomes combust, then it is challenging. Like when Mars will become combust, you will become aggressive in the career area when Sun is going there now. But here it is a very beautiful time. Some big learning is coming for you. In the ninth, it is also the Lord of the fourth house. So some related to career also, related to real estate also, some big things can happen. Your inner peace, happiness will be there. You will see that next, Mercury will become retrograde in the sign of Scorpio. Now, Mercury is the Lord of the fifth house, Lord of the eighth house. Speculative gains, eighth house, sudden ups and downs in the area related to career. Where we need to take more action is do your research very nicely before making any statement. Sometimes, nowadays, all this chat GPT and whatnot, people are not doing full research and then they say something and then they say, oh my God, I got caught. So try to use your brain logic also, not only just like automated messages. In this time, Mercury in the 10th house of your career, your power, your ability. All these areas is where it's getting afflicted. If you're going through Mercury Mahadasha Antardasha, then extremely important time that you do the mantra Om Gan Ganpate Namaha. Only Ganesh ji can control Mercury. No one else has the power. Sun also cannot control Mercury. Only Ganesh ji can control Mercury. That is a very, very big key of Mercury. Here, if you see now, Jupiter is getting retrograde in the sign of Cancer. So Jupiter was so beautifully entered into sign of Cancer, which is good only, not bad. But whenever a benefic planet becomes retrograde, it is just the energy is turning inward. It is trying to now revisit all the actions that has been taken in the current scenario and try to reanalyze things. But there is a very big message hidden here. The first house is Dharma, second is Artha, Kama, Moksha, Dharma, Artha, again Artha. See, every three places are Artha related to money. Not a very good time for very big investments. Very big monetary decisions should be avoided this month. Only done after 29th of November. So this is the first caution. Speech, enemies, career. Your speech can create enemies that can destroy your career. So we want to be very careful about what we speak, how we speak, and what is the approach that we take. Sixth house, where Jupiter is getting retrograde, it also shows that the new pattern that you have taken in action after the Jupiter becoming exalted in Cancer has to be now reevaluated. That are you going in the right, or it is too fast, or you are trying to think that life is too easy. The routine has to be maintained again. Also, the new routine that you have started, is it taking you to the right path or no? Is it conversion is happening or no? This is the kind of environment Jupiter goes into, but still is very benefic, not a problem at all. Sun enters into the 10th house. Now, Kendra Lord comes to the Kendra Lord. It is also a very powerful placement, but Sun is also a Maraka. When Sun comes here and it gives power to Mercury, Mercury behaves very nicely. Now Mercury comes into absolute, unless and until it takes the advice of Sun, it will not do anything. But Mars here becomes aggressive. Angarak Yog. Mark says that, okay, you know what, I will be aggressive in the profession area. If you're going through Mars Mahadasha Antardasha, then you have to be calm down in the progression of your career, profession area. Your ego increases, your anger increases, your hunger for power increases, which can sometimes be making you take some unethical measures, stepping over someone to move forward, that kind of measure. So we want to be careful in that area. But Sun transit here restores lot of, it gives opportunities for sure. Opportunities will come, power will come, job will come, new job will come, status improvement happens. That all happens, but not on the cost of other people's talent. Okay, so that is where you have to be more careful. Mercury enters into the sign of Libra in retrograde motion. It says now more higher education is required. You cannot have some immature or kiddish behavior. You need to evolve more. For this, it is telling that you need to take advice of your guru, of your teacher. This is the time to talk to them, understand their pattern, understand what they are trying to tell you. This is the time to take guru, what do you say, adesh, or guru advice, we can say. So go to your guru, go to your teacher, go to your bosses, your mentors, and take advice from them. That is what is happening. Venus enters into the 10th house. Now, Yoga Karka comes to the 10th house. This solves the problem of Mars. It will take over. It will take over the energy, or when it becomes combust here, it will take over the qualities of Sun and say that, you know what, it will balance it out. See, remember, there are only two roles of Venus in any birth chart. Second house, second, that is Taurus. Taurus role. Taurus role is to give you luxury, money, this, that. And Libra role. Libra role is to put everything into order, put everything into balance. When it was only Brihaspati and there was no Jupiter, there was no balance, there was no Shukra, Venus, there was no balance. When Jupiter and Venus came, the balance happened. That Devas are also having a knowledgeable person, and Daityas are also, the demons are also having a knowledgeable person. So Venus is all about balance. Here it comes to the 10th house and create balance in the environment of your occupation, your profession, your discipline also it balances. Aggression also it balances, adds more luxury. There can be possibility that you are promoted in your workplace. Such kind of beautiful things are happening, Rohit. It's a positive thing. And finally, the ascendant lord in the second house, join hands to him, Shani Devta, is getting direct. Shani Devta indirect movement in the second house. That means your money, your bank balance also becomes direct now. Now it start, lot of deposits will happen now. Your bank and energy increases. This is the time that your value system must have been completely tested over the past 5 months. Now you are supposed to be using those new values for, future purposes. Saturn aspecting the fourth house, real estate related things will also start moving forward. Looking at the eighth house, here also we will see that research, all the abilities related to, your longevity, your bad habits are going away from your life. And looking at the 11th house, that means social isolation which was happening will start reducing, and you are going to feel much comfortable in a social life. And following this Saturn, Mercury says, I also am direct. I did not do anything wrong. The eighth house lord also becomes direct here. So sudden ups and downs does not happen. In this time when Mercury is direct, it is an evolved Mercury. It gets exactly blessings from Lord Ganesha himself. So Mercury also now acts nicely for you. And because it is the fifth house lord, fifth from itself, some education, some learning has happened. If you see the overall gist of this year, or this month, you will see that more it is related to control over desires, karma, desire of money, desire of enmity, desire of occupation. Getting that position is where the emphasis is. Because see, mostly from 10th of November, 10th or 11th of November till 29th of November, all are retrograde in those places. So it is more time to evolve yourself into the, what you say, the more, leave desires, make your desires. Yes, why not make your desires for the better purpose. Earning money for ourselves, for our luxury, but also sharing it with the world. Making enemies for right reasons. I want to make enemy if someone is doing adharma on other people, but not enemy because that person is much more smarter than me. And also in the career area, I want to show aggression, but for greatness, not for putting other people down. This is the kind of environment that has been created in the chart for all the Aquarius rising people this month. All the very best. Have a great time. This is a new Instagram channel. See, the logo is there now, and AC Astro channel at Instagram. You can follow here. The link is also in the description, which will help us also, help you also learn new, beautiful, wonderful stories, great remedies that you have never heard before. All from Puranas, Vedas, stories. Why, how. Beautiful. I love it. Thank you. Take care. See you on Instagram, okay? I will do Instagram live also, where I will take free charts. Now join. Bye bye. Free means free. Pisces. When we talk about Pisces here, Venus is entering into the sign of Libra. Now here, Venus is entering into the eighth house. If you look at Venus, not a very great planet for Pisces. It is the lord of the third house of courage, obstacles, and also the lord of the eighth house, sudden ups and downs. But here, who will go to his own house and destroy? No one. Same way when Venus comes here, it enables your ability for research, for development, for getting into removing fear from your life, for taking, prayashchit. That means how do I say in English? Prayashchit. Trying to, you know trying to work back on your sins, that if you've done anything wrong, giving you a chance to do better in that area. It is also giving you the power of, inherited knowledge, inheritance, investments. All these areas of life is going to go up for you. MS, you have to understand, whenever I'm talking about all the planets, it can contradict something good, something bad. It has to be the Mahadasha, Antardasha of that planet to give you exact manifestation. If Venus is coming into Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, Sukshmadasha, Pranadasha during this month, then these kind of things will manifest in different layers. But it always has to be planet individual, okay? Mercury becomes retrograde here in Scorpio. If you look at Mercury, Kendra Lord, Lord of the fourth house, Lord of the seventh house. Now, what happens? Your destiny related to your home and related to your relationships is turning retrograde. That means you will have to work more harder. Your communication pattern can become a little bit more challenging here. You may feel a little bit more overwhelmed during this time. Your destiny will not support you. You need a lot of higher education to revisit higher education to maintain your relationship as well as a healthy home environment. This is what happens here. Also, on the other hand, Jupiter, who just entered on 18th of September into the sign of Cancer, in a very exalted manner, now is getting retrograde on 11th of November. See, in a first house, fifth house, and ninth house have all retrograde planets. This is the time that your dharma ability will be tested. You have to go back, undo all the unethical things that you have done in the past. And everyone knows deep down that what unethical they are doing. Everyone cannot be a victim, right? So somehow, and if you're a victim also, then also you are weak. You're not you're not there to fight it out. This is a time to use dharma, righteous methods to fight out. This is the very big picture that is happening in front of you. Very, very important picture. It is the time of righteous behavior to change your destiny. It's a very big transformative period. Eighth house Lord in the eighth house transformation. Transformation means complete 360 transformation. And all the Kendra and Trikonas are having very powerful retrograde planets. So something is looking, right? A celestial system, this is the sky right now. So very careful. Jupiter is telling that lot of effort needs to be put in the area related to your higher education because of the aspect going on the ninth house, and where ninth house, is what you called Mercury is retrograde. I'll make a very big video on Jupiter, so just be connected with that. Sun enters into Scorpio. This is the sixth house Lord in the ninth house. Judicial success is one thing. If anything that has to come from a court, from anything to do with government, court, you will get victory. Victory. Very good placement because Sun in the ninth house has a different aura about it, especially with Mars. Mars gives Sun extreme. What is the most important thing for a king? His army. And when his army chief is with himself, he does not care about anyone else. So here, Mars and Sun conjunction becomes very, very extremely powerful. Angarak Yoga, but extremely powerful. Sun becomes great. It restores power for you in your workplace. Those who are creating politics against you, you may find that justice is done by God. You don't have to do anything else. 9,000 house of the divine power, that God himself. Bhagyasthana, Devasthana, Dharmasthana. Here you will get justice. So beautiful. In fact, in workplace, if those who are looking for any new jobs, etc., there also things will manifest in a very nice way because power is coming to you. Mercury in retrograde motion will enter into the eighth house. Now, eighth house is the house of shared resources also. We may have a little bit of disruption when it comes to shared resources, when it comes to us dividing things with each other. There can be also challenges when it comes to, we can say, your expression in intimate life with your spouse, with your in-laws. You may not feel very comfortable to express yourself. These are the kind of things that we see. But very good time for research. This is the time to get into occult sciences. And Mercury is a very important planet when it comes to occult knowledge. So this is the time that you should be more indulged into occult sciences, trying to learn more and more and more positively about how to navigate situations where a lot of research is required. Later, Venus will enter into Scorpio. Now, when Venus enters into Scorpio here, this is the placement of the eighth house Lord in the ninth house. Very powerful, very nice placement. In this trikona, in the fifth house, in the ninth house, in the fifth house, in the ninth house, in the first house, any planet, malefic or benefic setting, tries to give you good results only because they have to follow the power of that house, and the power of that house is dharma. And here, because it is sitting with Surya, it will get combust, no problem, but it will take the qualities, it will be under the influence of the king. So again, give you very good result. Your destiny is at very peak position this time. Only thing is that the pattern should be dharma, that you should do righteous activities. When you know this is wrong, do not do it. Otherwise, it will be creating lot of challenges for you in the long run. After this, Venus coming to this and aspecting the third house will also improve your courage, improve your action taking abilities, may get you into travel, short distance travel, or maybe very long distance travel for a very short period of time can happen. Then the thing that everyone has been waiting for, your 11th house Lord and the 12th house Lord is getting direct. Lot of expenses, lot of social isolation is going to end now, and career advancement, putting so much courage, getting partners who are helping you is going to be happening during this time. Beautiful. Saturn Those who are going to Sadisati, their heaviness starts increasing. Those who have just started Sadisati, the Aries moon will start having a little bit of more energy fluctuations here. But those who are ending Sadisati, especially Aquarius moon, will start getting so relieved now. Finally, this problem is gone, man. So this is how powerful this Saturn is going to be transit. Your complete life, the last five months when it was retrograde, you must have realized that discipline, getting into new activities, taking up new routines is what you happen to you. And now continuing that in this Saturn period is going to be very beneficial for you. Same way, the Kendra Lord also becomes direct here now with all research, all abilities going to the ninth house very soon so that it can also enhance your luck. So overall, see, it is a very positive month, but when it comes to the placement of this, all the three planets in the dharma and becoming retrograde for this time, there is some big lesson that is coming. So please do not ignore small to small signals also from the government or from the government or from the universe. Any signal is coming, that means it is telling you to take a big transformation leap. All the best. There is this AC Astro channel, new Instagram channel that we have. I would suggest everyone to follow this. We are doing beautiful stories there, remedies, and so many things because I wanted to make a separate channel which has lifelong content. So all the very best. Thank you, Rohit ji, for your beautiful effort as well,
And
and all the best.
from where this thought of Instagram, AC Astro Instagram came from, the Instagram, the most of the people on Instagram is youth. And if you go to youth with astrology thing, they want logics, they want stories. And that's what we are coming here for them. And we have to, you can't imagine last 2 months we spent so much on this thing because full team we have to hire, AI people are there, graphics, edits, and so many things. But yes, because this is a modern world, everybody is talking about AI, logics, reasoning, astrology is science, and that's what we want to prove with our stories and remedies which has a science behind that remedies. So that's what we are bringing here.
True,
That is
true, true.
important. Thank you, Akashi. Thank you very much for this great initiative. And we will be also happy because in between this video, we incorporate this Instagram thing. And I hope when this video will publish a few minutes from now and tomorrow morning, there will be lots of followers on the Instagram and they will be also happy. And please put your comment also there on the first story about Ganpati ji. Don't forget. Thank you, Akashi. Thank you.
Thank you,
Waiting
Rohit
for
ji.
you.
Thank
Till
you.
then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai
Jai
Hanuman,
Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Lakshmi, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Jai
Jai Guru.
Guru.
Jai